I've told you before, I'm a retired financial advisor, and then over the last 10 years, I've become a financial analyst, and I've learned how to analyze stocks. I've learned how to look at them from a financial basis and a technical basis, and I'm now ready to share it with you to the best of my ability. And what I'm going to do is rebuild my website. I'm going to invest the money to turn my website into an AI website. My objective is to make it the first place you go after you get up in the morning. And you, rather than going to CNBC or Yahoo Finance or any of those, you come to Best of Us Investors, and it tells you exactly what you need to do to make better investment decisions, to invest such that you keep more of what you make, and ultimately that you build family wealth. Because we're going into a period when things are going to change rapidly, when the world's going to evolve into a different place, much as it did back in 1999 with the invention of the internet and the collection of data over the next 20 years. We are now moving into the area where we will all benefit from the past 20 years of data collection, and it's going to be big. But you need to know what you own and what you're buying and who's efficient at making money. And what I mean by that is when you invest in a company, you're giving them your dollar and you're saying, now turn it into as many more dollars as you can. Some companies are good at that. Others are not. If you don't know the difference, you fall into a trap. I'm going to take you to my computer. I'm going to show you what my website is going to look like. I'm going to show you how you become a financial analyst every morning for free. That's right. What I'm going to give you so that you can analyze stocks, any stock that you want to analyze, and compare it to Apple and Google and Microsoft and Nvidia and make a good investment decision. It's going to be there for you. And you heard me right. It's going to be free. I'm not going to charge you a penny for it, because that's my goal, to make you wealthy, to remove your financial illiteracy and say, I understand this. I understand why Apple is better than Google, or why Nvidia is good today but might not be next week, so that you can make good decisions, so that you can see how does he determine what the price of the stock is going to be in 2027. It's all there in the data, but the data hasn't been available unless you got their annual report and dug it out and got out a pencil and paper and figured it out. Today, you'll see on my website, you just click a button, it's there. And then you get all the news and all the charts, and it's free. Watch this. This could be the most important video you'll see in your lifetime. This is what we're building. This is what you're going to find on our website before the end of the year, hopefully within the next 2 months. As you can see, it looks a lot like the Bus 12 and Bus 13 portfolios of the past, but I've added some things, and it's going to be very beneficial to you. What I want to tell you is most of this is going to be free. You're going to come to my website, and you're going to see all the stocks that I follow in the Bus 12, the Bus 13, and the Bus 14 portfolio. But we're going to add another bus. It's going to be your bus. It says right there, my bus. Let me explain what's going to be available on your bus for free. Okay? This is Apple. This is its current price, its market cap, its PE ratio. This is its asset turn value. What that means is when you give them $1, they immediately turn it in the last quarter into $1.16. That is, they take the assets they own. Assets are made up of cash and their stock and their buildings and their equipment, and they take your dollar and they immediately turn it into $1.16 in revenue. Okay? Compare that to other stocks. Let's look at Amazon. They turn it into $1.17. Let's look at Dell. They turn it into $1.09. How about Google? 82 cents. So are you seeing, you learn something about the company you own? Nvidia in the last quarter turned it into $1.43. So we start to understand what is the efficiency of the dollar that we give to the stock that we buy. Then we look on return on total assets. Here we're looking at total assets, but we're looking at net income. So how much income, not revenue, how much income do they make off of that dollar you give them? They're going to make 30.75%. Again, Amazon's going to make 8%. Wow, that's a big difference. That gives you something to think about. How about Google? They're making 21%. What about NVIDIA? 62%. Now, you're learning more about the company. How about return on equity, net income on equity? Well, what's the difference between assets and equity? What makes the difference here from 1.16% to 160? Equity includes liabilities. What are liabilities? Borrowed cash. So they take your dollar and they leverage it by borrowing against it. And now the return on their equity is 160%. Compare that to ASML. They make 48. That tells you something about the company that you own. How about, let's go back down to NVIDIA and see what their numbers look like. They turned it into 123.77%. What's this next number? This is return on capital. That's on everything. And we're at 44 and 25 on ASML, and on Google 20. So we're learning more about Apple and why they are the company that they are. And this helps you make better investment decisions. Now, I think the next one is gross margin. After they manufacture the product or the service, what is their markup? 45.96%. What's this? Net margin. After they sell the product, pay their salesmen, pay for advertising, they make 26%. So that again gives you a comparison where AMD only makes 5.82. Which stock do you want to own? Well, let's look at the other numbers. So can you see how this would give you a good understanding of what you own or what you're considering buying? And you can see I do this analysis for every one of the stocks in the BUS 12, the BUS 13, and the BUS 11 portfolio. Then I give you the PEG ratio. The PEG ratio is where we take the earnings per share and we divide that into the PE ratio. And that tells us whether the price possibly is overpriced. The higher the number, the more possibility that the stock is overpriced. Apple has a 3.6. What does Amazon? A 1.8. That tells me something about, should I buy it now or should I wait until next quarter? How do I make judgments based on it? If I own it, should I sell it? These are the financial numbers that analysts look at. Why haven't we had these before? Well, they've been available, but they're buried in the corporate report. Now through AI, I can access them. I can have this chart update daily. Every 10 minutes it will update. So I now can make better investment decisions. Now, what is this thing down here about my bus? As I said, you will come to the website and you will get everything from here to here for free. Down here, you'll be able to put in your ticker symbol. Whatever stock you're considering, you will have a page on my website where you can enter your ticker symbol and all those numbers will fill automatically through AI. So you can say, how does XYZ stock compare to Amazon? How does it compare to Apple? How does it compare to Palantir? Palantir's on here. They're all on here, and it will be free. Why am I doing this? Because too many people make some dumb investment decisions because they don't know what they own. But that information is available, and I can afford to access it, and then I can afford to share it with you. Okay? So that's what this website is going to do. What's this other stuff? This is This is going to be our silver level. This is our free level. Come across here, you get this all the way to the PEG ratio free. You get it on all of my stocks and all of your stocks for free. In addition to that, I'm going to teach you what all these numbers mean. I'm going to teach you, if you don't know how to set a limit order, if you don't know how to set up a brokerage account, I'm going to teach you that so that you can become a better investor. That's what that's all about. Now, what are these other things about? Okay, I go in then and through technical analysis, I look at this on Apple and I say, if it's potentially overpriced, what is the right price for it? There you go. That's what I think the right price is. It's that much off of it, which is 15.2%. And this is what Wall Street thinks it's going to be worth in 12 to 18 months. Then I do my analysis through an algorithm which projects based on the projected earnings per share in 2024, 25, and 26, and actually 27, and the historical PE ratio, what do I think the stock's going to be priced at the end of 24, at the end of 25, and at the end of the 26. And we compare that. This is the 12 to 18 month of Wall Street, and we see if we're in the ballpark. Then what I do is say, if you buy it at the target price, that is 191, your 3-year return will be 78%. If you buy it at today's price, it's going to be 50%. If you buy it at the target price and you divide that by 2.5, that's what your average rate of return will be over the next 2.5 years. That's going to come at a minimal price up. Okay, we're thinking somewhere around $9.99. Okay, so you get all the financial data, you get all the projected data, and you can make better investment decisions. Then over here, you can see how much institutional ownership is, what its 5-year average rate of return is, and then, as I don't think I covered, you can come over here. If you want the latest news on Apple or your bus stock, you click news, and the news comes up. And you read and you learn more. If you want to see a chart on your stock or any of my stocks, you just click that button and a chart comes up. I want this to be the first place you come every morning if you're interested in what's going on in the stock market. If you're interested in, oh, I saw that price of that stock went up. You come down, you put your ticker in, you see the historical on it, you see what the algorithm says it's going to be worth on the future, you click news, you click charts, and you're an educated advisor. You're an informed advisor, so you can make better investment decisions. Now, how is this possible? AI. I've learned how to access the AI so that you can have this. I've learned how to do it so that I can invest my money to make this available to you and charge you $10.99 a month. That's less than you spend on coffee a month. And if it can help you make better investment decisions, if it can help you then, if we go deeper and say, how should you hold it so that you keep more of what you make? We're talking now about Roth IRAs and IRAs or whatever, college investment funds. If you can then learn how to keep more of what you make, then all of this goes to the bottom of the equation, and that is create family wealth. And I'll show you. If you will invest in the right stocks over the next 20 years, you can have over $4 million in tax-free income in a Roth IRA. If you have the information at your disposal, at your fingertips, and somebody will organize it for you, and somebody will then teach you what again, I just told you what is a return on asset. What makes that different than a return on revenue? Do you remember it? Probably not. But you'll be able to go down here and it'll give you the definition. And once you learn it and see it over and over and over, you become an intelligent investor. And that's my goal. That's my goal for you. Okay? Give me some time. I got to spend my money to make you money. Is that fair? Okay. I'll keep you posted on this. You won't be seeing as many videos from me. And that's because I'm not entertaining you anymore. I don't care to entertain you. I care to educate you. And if I don't have something that I think is really important to your education, your financial education, I'm not going to make a video. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to educate you and make you rich. If that's a good deal for you, you know how to participate. I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer, I'm a retired financial advisor, and this is what I do for fun.